As the national security team asked several questions before authorizing a strike. Is this person a significant threat to American interests? Is capture not feasible? And have we thought through the unintended consequences?
When considering lethal force, we are of course mindful that there are important checks on our ability to act unilaterally in foreign territories.
But just weeks after Pakistani lawmakers demanded an end to American drone strikes, another militant hideout was hit Sunday. Pakistan is condemning the strike in North Waziristan that killed 3 people.
We discuss, we debate, we disagree.
Brennan says the decision to target someone doesn't have to be unanimous, and some officials morally struggle with their decisions.
I know I have, and I will continue to struggle with it as long as I remain in counterterrorism.
Brennan also says that he's very mindful the U.S. is the first nation to deploy these drones on an extensive basis, but every year more and more countries are gaining that capability, and some of them will use how the U.S. has conducted its drone attacks as a precedent. Wolf.
So he's basically saying that if the U.S. can engage in what they call these targeted assassinations from the sky using these drones, other countries will follow suit and say, look, if the United States of America can go out and kill some people they suspect of being terrorists, we can do it as well. He got into that, right?
You're exactly right, Wolf. That's exactly his point, that other nations will use the U.S.'s use of force as a precedent. And he made the point of saying not every nation that gains the drone capability will have the same regard for loss of civilian life and other things that have to be considered.
Chris Lawrence at the Pentagon, thank you. It was some of the worst.
We don't have a regard for human life. How many civilians have we killed? So we got the nerve to be saying, we can do it, but you can't. So let's try to get my guest on the line here so we can go ahead and talk about this. We're going to give Aaron a call here real quick. Let's see what's going on.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on, man? You're on the air.
Hey, how's it going?
No, another day, just keeping it moving, spreading the word, spreading the message. I don't know if you happen to hear that clip that we just played. Did you get a chance to hear that?
Yeah, I was listening.
Yeah, inside the decision to order a drone strike, saying that they take it very seriously, basically. We think it out, we think it through before we kill people.
Yeah, it's amazing. The Brookings Institute actually estimates that for one insurgent killed per drone strike, 10 civilians are killed. So it's pretty atrocious, actually. There's conservatively been about 2,800 innocent civilians killed since 2004, and that's just Pakistan alone.
Wow, and then we wonder why people want to kill us. And wonder why.
Oh, yeah.
Rudy Giuliani says, that's absurd. They want to come over here because we're over there. It's like, man.
Well, I mean, if you look at Bush's address, joint address of Congress and the American people after September 11th, he said, Americans are asking, why do they hate us? Well, they hate what we see right here in the chamber, a democratically elected government. He basically inferred that, or flat out said that they hate our freedom. When in reality, if you look at bin Laden's address to America, he clearly outlined, what the problems that the Islamic terrorists had with our country, supporting Israel, $30 billion every 10 years in military support. That, of course, goes back to our military-industrial complex. Attacking in Somalia, the atrocities that happened in Chechnya. It had nothing to do with our freedom. It had nothing to do with our democracy. It had to do with us killing people over there, and we've been doing it for years.
And I like what Ron Paul said. He said, if that's the case, why don't they go to Switzerland? Why don't they go to Singapore? Why don't they go to these other nations that are free and prosperous? Why are they just trying to come over to us? It's like basically the politicians sit there and say, don't listen to them. They're crazy for thinking that they're mad at us because we killed their kids and their families and took their resources and now telling them where to go, what to do. I mean, it's crazy. We got to have the golden rule, man, and we don't want that happening to us, so we can't go around doing it to everybody else.
Well, it actually, this feeds right into one of the articles on my site right now, the Libertarian Review. It was an article by Margaret Shout, who's a just brilliant author, and it talks about basically the just war doctrine. And Ron Paul's talked about this before, how our country has gone away from the just war doctrine. Not many people know about it, but basically...
Well, why don't you hold your thought, because I know the music's about to come in a minute, and then we're about to go to a break, so you just stay on the line, and then when we come back in, we could jump in it. Now, if you're listening and you want to join us, you're talking about the Just War Doctrine Abandoned in America is the title of the article, right?
Actually, yeah, it's Just War Doctrine Abandoned in America.
Okay, and that's at libertarianreview.us. I'm Paco, your host. We're going to a break. This is Occupy the Media. We'll be right back.